COVID-19 cases in Nagaland surge yet again, with 34 fresh cases reported from various quarantine centers across the state. 32 fresh cases are reported from Perin alone. India's COVID-19 tally zooms past 6 lakh today with a single-day increase of 19,148 cases. Active cases stand at 2,26,947 with 3,59,859 recoveries. And Dimapur District Disaster Management Authority meets to discuss monsoon preparedness and possibility of heavy rains, flash floods and strong wind in the next 2 weeks, to accord priority in saving lives in case of any disaster. Well, those were the headlines. Hello and welcome to this 99th edition of News Broadcast from News and Trends. We welcome you. We begin this edition of News Broadcast by taking a look at the COVID-19 update from Nagaland. A total of 34 fresh COVID-19 positive cases were confirmed in Nagaland this morning, taking the state's total tally to 535. Out of the new cases, 32 from Perin Quarantine Center, while a single each was reported from Dimapur and Kohima Quarantine Centers. Informing this in a tweet this morning, Nagaland Health and Family Welfare Minister Espangi Pom said 34 new positive cases of COVID-19 have been detected out of 226 samples tested. 32 from Perin Quarantine Center, 1 from Kohima Quarantine Center and 1 from Dimapur Quarantine Center. The minister also tweeted to inform that 15 more COVID-19 positive patients have recovered. 12 from Kohima, 2 from Dimapur and 1 from Perin. With this, Nagaland total cases stand at 535 with 338 active cases, while the rest 197 registered as recovered. Meanwhile, the minister also tweeted last evening to inform that the first batch of equipments for installation of BSL-2 laboratory at Twensang has reached safely. He said the technical work will be done on war footing. We anticipate cooperation from all civil society organizations of the region for its early completion. The department will continue to assure the best health facilities, he said in his tweet. India's COVID-19 tally zoomed past 6 lakh today with a single-day increase of 19,148 cases, just 5 days after it crossed the 5 lakh mark, while the death toll rose to 17,834 according to the Union Health Ministry data. The country's COVID-19 caseload increased to 6,04,641 today. With a steady rise, the number of recoveries stood at 3,59,859, while one patient has migrated. There are 2,26,947 active cases of coronavirus infection presently in the country. Thus, around 59.52% of patients have recovered so far, an official said. Maharashtra has reported the highest number of cases, followed by Tamil Nadu, Delhi, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal and Rajasthan, according to the ministry data. In the northeast, Assam has reported 8,582 cases of the pathogen. A total of 1,396 cases have been reported from Tripura. Manipur has 1,260 COVID-19 cases, Mizoram has 160, Arunachal Pradesh has 195, Meghalaya 52 and Sikkim has reported 101 cases till now. Deputy Commissioner Dimapur Anup Kimchi today convened a meeting with the Dimapur District Disaster Management Authority in view of the monsoon preparedness and possibility of heavy rains, flash floods and strong winds in the next 2 weeks. Chairing the meeting, Anup said that in case of any disaster, the first priority would be for saving lives, after which would come property and other issues. The Deputy Commissioner directed the Power Department for making emergency team available for restoration of lines and also asked them for barricading areas in case of freefall causing threat to human safety. The Deputy Commissioner also directed all the executive magistrates for identifying unstable buildings in their respective jurisdiction which are likely to collapse and to submit report at the earliest, and also advised them to draw out a preparedness plan for their areas. Further, the Deputy Commissioner Dimapur directed the PWD department to submit a status report of Balijan, Dansari and the Nagarjan bridges. Home Guards Department and DMC, while expressing their willingness to work in case of any eventuality, also highlighted on financial assistance from DDMA Dimapur, towards which the DC assured to help them. In the meeting, ADC Newland Athrila highlighted on the re-strengthening of Balijan Bridge, stating it as a only lifeline for the people staying towards Newland area. She also suggested for repairing of the hanging bridge between Newland and Hovku village. ADC Medzipema suggested for arranging an alternative route for transporting essential commodities should there be a major landslide. Assam Rifles and CRPF also expressed their willingness for providing any logistics under their ambit should a disaster hit the district. The Deputy Commissioner advised one and all for gearing up while observing that heavy showers may occur any time.
Last day was the week of monsoon. There was a case where the whole was reported from Bulletin. So similar incidents perhaps from the district electoral management authorities and then advisory incident.
So as this lockdown is there, our activities extend more. So as such, people should not go. Going fishing and this.
In Assam, over 12 lakh people are still reeling under the fury of floods in 20 districts. The Brahmaputra is flowing above the danger level at Jorhat, Tezpur, Golpara and Dhubri. Official sources said that 34 persons have lost their lives. The surging water caused damages to infrastructure facilities including roads, embankments and culverts. Over 16,000 people are staying at relief camps. Flood waters also submerged 1 lakh hectare of agricultural land. 80% of the Kaziranga National Park is also submerged in flood. 25 animals died at the park. Forest Minister Parimal Suklabadia visited the park to assess the situation. The overall number of global COVID-19 cases has increased to over 10.6 million, while the deaths have soared to more than 5,15,000 according to the Johns Hopkins University. As of this morning, the total number of cases has increased to 1,687,558, while the death toll has reached 5,16,128 according to the university data. With 26,86,249 confirmed cases and 1,28,062 deaths, the US currently accounts for the highest number of infections and fatalities in the world. Brazil comes in the second place with 14,48,753 infections and 60,632 deaths. They are followed by Russia, India and the United Kingdom. The other countries with over 10,000 deaths are the UK, Italy, France, Spain, Mexico and India. Russian President Vladimir Putin has won a resounding victory in his bid to stay in power until the middle of the next decade, as Russians voted overwhelmingly to endorse the country's political status quo according to preliminary results. Russians went to the polls yesterday to cast ballots in a nationwide referendum on constitutional amendments. The vote paves the way for Putin, who has ruled for 2 decades, to remain president until 2036. Russia's Central Election Commission released last night a preliminary tally of results as polls closed, after processing 50% of ballots, saying 76.24% of the citizens who voted supported the amendments. The early results are reminiscent of the 2018 presidential election, when Putin won re-election in a landslide with 3/4 of ballots cast. In view of the detection of positive cases of COVID-19 among those sent for home quarantine at Dubashi Colony, Jaluki Town and its adjoining areas, and also Ward number 5 of Tanning Town, and in pursuance of the standard operating protocols issued by the government of Nagaland, Deputy Commissioner of Parents Cindy Wabang Iyer has today declared these areas as containment zones. According to DIPR, DC Parent directed the concerned area administrative officer, Sub-Divisional Task Force for COVID-19 to immediately ensure the containment of the affected area and effectively demarcate and barricade the containment zone in order to prevent community spread of COVID-19. In addition, the DC also advised the medical department to immediately commence contact tracing and other medical protocols. The Atmanirbhar Bharat Free Ration Distribution Scheme was launched at GHSS Auditorium, Tuensang today by Deputy Commissioner Tuensang Kumar Ramnikant. According to a DIPR report, DC Tuensang in his remark once again called upon all to follow social distancing, use masks and practice hand washing in the fight against COVID-19. Tuensang has COVID-19 positive cases which are all under COVID care facilities, and we shall all cooperate and help ourselves fight not to let it spread in the community level, he added. Under A and B, 356 beneficiaries for the month of May and June were covered in the first phase. SDO Civil Sardar of Mon Chomlamau Himchoy has issued a notice that in view of the detection of COVID-19 positive case in Mon town, all the persons who have come in close contact with the positive persons during the funeral at Thamnam Ward on 22nd June 2020 or otherwise have been advised for self-isolation themselves till their tests are conducted by the medical department. Under Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme, the Department of Food and Civil Supplies Zinaboto is providing 5 kg rice and 1 kg channa per month for the months of May and June 2020 free of cost to all the migrant workers who are stranded in Zinaboto town. According to a DIPR report, as of today, migrant workers numbering 876 persons have availed the scheme. The benefit is extended to all the workers who are currently engaged in rock construction and other works at the outpost as well. The distribution is expected to be completed by the end of this week. Green Club Zinaboto project Students First ended on a high note today by reaching out to 142 marginalized students whose parents included laborers, daily wage earners, etc. from 16 private schools in Zinaboto town. In less than 3 weeks, the club raised 2,12,656 rupees with contributions pouring in even from far-off places like Goa and Delhi. The project received tremendous response from like-minded people within and outside the state who generously contributed towards the project. Officials from Green Club Zinaboto also said that every contribution was counted and the amount was distributed according to the details submitted by the different school heads to the club. Out of 2,12,656 rupees collected, 2,07,200 rupees was distributed to the 16 schools, and the remaining balance amount of 5,556 rupees were donated to the students of Mount Carmel Home, Sukhalu. The club further thanked all the generous donors for their valuable help, and also to Kitoho S. Rotaka for his advice, support and help towards the success of this project. The All Nagaland Private School Association ANPSA Zinaboto unit also extended its heartiest gratitude on its behalf and on behalf of all the recipient students and parents to Green Club Zinaboto for initiating the free will donation drive and having helped the marginalized students at these troubled times. That brings us to the end of our 99th edition of News Broadcast. We leave you with this message saying stay home, stay safe, practice safe health hygiene and maintain social distancing wherever you are. But most importantly, take good care of yourself. Thanks for watching.